Hola a todos, bienvenidos, bienvenidas. ¿Cómo están? Estoy bien, gracias. Gracias. Hoy es domingo, el 5 de noviembre del 2023. Okay, today is Sunday, November 5th, the year 2023. Time now is, ¿qué hora es? Son las 10:15. ¿Cuarto? Okay, the time now is 10:15 p.m. Okay. It's pretty late at night, right? Now, I usually record my voice during the daytime. I've been doing this in the daytime mostly every day these days, but today is an exception because I had a little bit late lunch today. I was having a pretty relaxing Sunday, and we started taking lunch pretty late, later than usual. And by the time I noticed, it was already 4 p.m. And I thought I would start doing my speaking practice as usual while it's still bright outside. Anyway, today was another very, very hot day, even hotter than yesterday, which was pretty surprising. And when I went outside to take my dogs for a walk, I sweat a lot because it was really hot. I was wearing not a coat but jacket, long sleeve jacket, but it was hot enough. In order to I felt really hot with that jacket, and I was really thirsty outside. Okay, and this is quite unusual for autumn. So just as I said previously, somewhere in my previous videos, when we have this kind of strange weather, we tend to be afraid that we might be having an earthquake very soon. I really hope that a big earthquake won't happen very soon, though. It is expected, though. Okay, today what I was talking about was, well, let's see. Once I sit in front of the mic, I tend to forget all about what I wanted to talk about. So I always play by ear and let the word come out of my mouth naturally. Try to see what how things are going. And today, I did a lot of Spanish studying with the link, and I finished all of the 60 beginner lessons, basic lessons. I'm not really I don't know. I don't know much about what link is all about now. So I just try to do whatever comes out in front of me. I don't particularly choose any lessons myself. I did all those 60 lessons. It's been about 2 weeks or so since I started studying with Link. and I always try to study with the studying material that Link offered to me, and anyway, just after finishing all those 60 lessons, now it's time for me to choose my favorite topics. And anyway, my favorite topic is a language, so I chose one, and I was quite surprised because the studying material, the audio for the studying material is natural conversation, totally natural conversation. Native speakers just spoke or speak. It's not scripted. It's just a natural conversation. So it's naturally very difficult to catch at first. But I think I find it very useful because until today, for the last 60 lessons, it was the voice of some women or men sometimes, and they just read something, so their audios are pretty unnatural. Yeah, it's not totally unnatural, but still it's far from a natural conversation you can hear out there. I really want to be good at listening this time, so I want to try as natural materials as possible. And I'm excited about learning Spanish, and now I'm excited about it the most. And this time, I really want to improve my Spanish greatly. And this new idea, hit me today, suddenly, which is, why not I start a new YouTube channel, to introduce my Spanish progress. Now I'm trying to improve my speaking skills on this channel, right? I haven't decided yet whether I should do something new on this channel, or I should create totally a new channel. But since improving my Spanish and improving my English are the same category, right? And so I should deal with my speaking Spanish progress on this channel as Language-Enthusiast, because Language-Enthusiast is someone who pursues her dream of becoming pretty good at more than 2 languages. And for me, English is not just enough, because there are so many people who can speak English nowadays, right? When it comes to Japanese people, Japanese English speakers, we don't have many yet, but still it's becoming more and more popular, and it's not totally something unusual today, right? And I'm not competing with someone else or everybody else, but still I really want to do something more exciting. And so I don't think my English, the level of my English is satisfying, but still I want to try another language, which is Spanish. and I want to try both languages at the same time, and then I should use English to do something. And so I thought about starting my new channel in English, and I explain how much I have studied Spanish in English on this channel. On this channel or on another new channel, I don't know yet. But, and this way, the target viewer of mine, the target viewer of mine, is it plural or is it singular? The target of mine is going to be not Japanese, because there aren't many Japanese people who can understand English and also who are interested in Spanish. So for those people, for Japanese people, my contents cannot be very interesting. So I cannot expect many views. But I thought that I should make videos for overseas viewers, because I learned that there are many people who can speak English, but at the same time who want to improve their Spanish, because Spanish language is the language that is spoken by so many people, and actually it is the third or fourth most popular language, right? It means that so many people speak Spanish as natives speak Spanish speakers. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so tired now because it's already 10:30 and I'm so sleepy now. So my brain doesn't work as much as I wish. So I tend to speak slowly today. I got used to speaking in the daytime now. Before, I was doing this practice at night at this hour while my daughter is out walking as her exercise. But now, these days, the weather has been really nice, and it just makes me feel positive. And so it has been easier for me to speak in the daytime. It's been really helpful for me to speak, being positive and so forth. But today, it's pretty late at night, and outside is dark, and it makes me feel a bit groggy. So that's why I'm not speaking as fast as I always do. I don't speak normally fast, but today I speak even more slowly, and it makes me feel so discouraged. Okay, anyway, long story short, I'm thinking about starting a new channel or starting something new. And I thought that I should make a videos for non-Japanese people, and I might be making videos in English so that many people can understand, and it can be my good practice, right? So now this practice is the only place that I can use to use my English. And probably at first I will be terrible, and it will make me feel terrible, and it will make me feel tired and devastated. But this means that I will get out of my comfort zone, right? And sometimes I need to get out of my comfort zone to grow, because now this practice is much easier for me to do. It was very difficult for me to speak about something, talk about something in English. I mean, just talking about something in English was difficult. And sometimes I didn't do as much as I wanted, and it made me so tired and devastated and embarrassed, and I really wanted to die. But as I did more and more, I got used to it. And now the best solution for overcoming my speaking anxiety is just to continue to speak as much as possible, because this is the only way to improve your speaking skills. And by speaking more and more, I think that it will help you create certain neural circuit, and this actually helps you to create sentences in your target language. And you have to do it instantly, right? And it's really difficult. It's really tough. And recently I watched this video in which that was talking about people who struggle with their speaking skills, even though they understand much more. They can read and they can write and they can understand, they can listen, but still they are still having problems with their speaking. That's because speaking and writing are interconnected with each other, right? And reading and listening are interconnected with each other, right? And that video was talking also about active vocabulary and passive vocabulary. You can understand something, but you cannot say as much as you can read. This is because you are talking about your passive vocabulary, and you still don't have much active vocabulary. So in order to make your passive vocabulary active vocabulary, you have to use them in any way. And at first, it's really difficult because you tend to feel that once you start speaking or once you start writing, you cannot write the vocabulary, you cannot write the words and phrases that you thought that you had memorized or you had understood. This sentence is too long for me to understand what this sentence is, how this sentence is started. Actually, I'm so confused now. My mind, my brain is asleep. So okay, let me say it more simply. Okay, when you listen to your passive vocabulary, you can understand, but it doesn't mean that you can say the same thing, right? This is totally natural, and in order to overcome it, you have to use the vocabulary and forgetting and try to recall it is good practice. So don't be discouraged if you forget the vocabulary that you thought you had understood, because it's still there's still your passive vocabulary. So try to use them as much as possible. So try to make the most of your situation and try to output all those vocabulary. And first, it must be really, really tiring. Yeah, I feel the same way now because I really want to say something, but I cannot be sure how to use all those individual words, because they're still my passive vocabulary. And I feel embarrassed, I feel mortified, I feel frustrated because I cannot use them as much as I want. And this experience helps you improve. That is why the only way you can improve your passive vocabulary is to try to use them as much as possible. So don't be discouraged if you can't recall them whenever you want to use them. It's natural. And if you can't recall them, you can just check them again, until you fully memorize them. Naturally, okay? Naturally. Don't try to force them. No, don't try to force to memorize them, because the more you encounter those words by repeating, like by forgetting and by recalling them many times, then it'll stick to your mind naturally. Eventually, you will never be able to forget such words and expressions. So, in this sense, what I have been doing, this speaking practice, is the right way, because I try to use all those words and expressions that I am not sure yet, as much as possible during this practice. And this is very good practice. And without this kind of practice, you cannot speak. You cannot be able to, no, you will not be able to speak English or your target language. And some people say that rote memorization, I don't know how to pronounce this, but yeah, it's a practice in which you exchange certain words or certain chunks or certain phrases with something else quickly. And some people say that by doing this kind of practice many times on a daily basis will make you fluent. But in my opinion, and also many other legends in this field say that this is not enough to be able to be a speaker, in your target language. In order to become a pretty good speaker, this kind of rote memorization, or I don't know how to call this practice, but it's not enough, and you really have to make your own sentence in your head. But if you make sentences yourself, it cannot be unnatural, right? And this might be the biggest problem for all those language learners, right? So in order to solve this problem, there's one good solution, which is to listen to or read as many good and natural languages or sentences as possible, because that way you understand what is natural and what is not natural, right? Like babies do. Babies learn how to speak by listening to all those natural phrases spoken around them, right? So you have to put yourself in that situation yourself, and then eventually you can understand what is good and what is not good, what is natural and what is unnatural. And you can just borrow natural phrases or natural sentences, and you can construct, or you can build or create or exchange whatever, using all those natural phrases and sentences in your head to make a complete sentence. And this is the only way that you can be a very good speaker or very good writer. But you don't have to be a professional speaker, and you don't have to be a professional writer. So you can just all you need to do is to know what natural sentences are, natural phrases are, and to borrow them and construct them in your head instantly. This is like physical exercise, and this is not something that you should do on the desk, okay, or in front of the computer. You can do this practice all the time. You can just absorb enough natural phrases and sentences, and you can just try to come out natural sentences yourself. And you don't have to even say it out loud. You can just do this in your head. So while you are doing something, you're driving, you're walking, you're cleaning, you're doing the dishes, doing the laundry, whatever, you can imagine that in the situation where you speak your target language, so this is the only way that makes you fluent, makes you a fluent speaker. So I really want to talk about things like this in my videos, in my future videos, and for that new channel. And I'm going to do it in English so that a lot of people understand, not only Japanese people who understand English, but also I want to share more people. And I'm going to talk about my Spanish language learning, and also it can be applied to any other languages also. And now I understand more about how to learn new languages effectively, productively, and the truth about language learning also. And it's going to be very difficult for me at first, I guess, because to make a very efficient video that people can enjoy in a short amount of time. What I'm going to talk about can be scripted, right? And I have to make a decent videos so that everybody find it quite enjoyable, not boring. And I have to be presentable enough in front of the camera, right? It can be stressful at first, but I don't know if it's going to be okay or not until I finally started, right? And I have been thinking about this all day today. Maybe I was high today because I am high. When I'm high, I tend to think something big, something too excited. And the next thing which happens to me might be that I feel low, and then everything seems to be illusion. Like this happens very often. So maybe I was just high today. I'm not sure, but okay. In order to make it realized, I will have to think more about this. But thinking about this too much, too long, is not a very good idea, because the more you think about things, it means that you are just putting it off, right? So maybe it's better for me to just start now and try to take a look at how it goes and try to fix it. And it's important for me to get used to it, right? At first, everything is new, and everything seems to be too difficult for you to do. But the more you do it, the better you can get at it. All you need to do is just to start and to get out of your comfort zone. And if you find it uncomfortable at first, just the time will solve everything sometimes, right? So don't think about it too much, too long, okay? I'm talking about myself, okay? I'm speaking to myself. I'm preaching. I'm preaching now. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Gracias por escuchar. Y eso es todo. And I really hope that you have a wonderful new week. So, hasta luego, hasta próxima. Okay, adiós. Bye bye.